www.thehouse.com.
Okay, students, up to now we have studied about the uh, how to find out the contribution. Okay, so with the contribution there will be numericals. If we are knowing the contribution and number of, with that there will be numericals based on that topic. Okay, so I think all of you have gone through that video about the contribution. Okay, contribution and elements of symmetry. These are the two topics, elements of symmetry. These are the two topics covered in the previous lecture. So based on this contribution and elements of symmetry, we are going to do some questions. Okay. We are going to do some questions on the contribution. Okay. Now write down derive, derive empirical formula, empirical formula, empirical formula of following solids. Okay, first P occupies P occupies P occupies all corners, and Q occupies all face centers, all face centers. Okay, then B part, A occupies all corners, and B occupies all edge centers, and C occupies all body centers. Okay, so this type of questions will be there when you are given with the location. First you should know number of, then you should know effective number of and effective number of. So you will write in the formula only effective number. Okay, what you will write? You will write only effective number. Okay, so let's see here. First question I will tell you, then second question you can solve. If you are already followed my previous lecture and able to do it on your own, it is well and good. Okay, so empirical formula. First I will explain here. P occupies, first of all, number of P. Corners how many? Now I will write effective number directly. Okay, effective number of P. All corners, 8 corners, but their contribution is how much? 1 by 8. Okay, their contribution is 1 by 8. So 1. P will be how many? 1 only, because corners 8 into contribution 1 by 8. And Q occupies face centers. So effective number of Q is equal to, face centers are how many? 6, and its contribution is 2. So it will be 3. So formula will be PQ3. Okay, empirical formula will be what? PQ3. First answer is effective number of P is 1 and effective number of Q is 3. Therefore, formula will be PQ3. Okay, so accordingly you can try for the second part. Understood? This type of very basic question, slowly I will improve the level, then you will come to know actual level of questions. Okay, I hope you have done the second part also. B occupies corners. So directly I will write effective number. Okay, effective number of A is equal to all corners. 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1. Okay, next effective number of B, edge centers, 12 edge centers, contribution is 1 by 4. Therefore, it will be 3. And effective number of C is equal to only one body center, contribution also 1. So formula will be A1, B3, C1. Empirical formula will be A, B3, C. What is the answer? A, B3, C. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. Now I will start slowly improving the actual questions. Okay. Now let's see who will do this question very fast. If A forms primitive unit cell and B occupies alternate phase centers. Empirical formula is, okay, A forms primitive unit cell, B occupies alternate phase center. Empirical formula is, okay, answers are sending but wrong answers. Okay, lot of people tried but it is a wrong answer. Okay, I will tell you what is correct and what is the logic. Here alternate is the main keyword. Okay, so see here. Let us take this as a cube. Okay, now alternate means what people will think, six phase centers are there, alternate will be three. No, alternate will not be three. Alternate will be only two. Because see, if I keep one lattice point on the top surface, okay, and I will keep the other as a bottom surface. Now where I will keep the third one? If I keep it anywhere else, then alternate property will be lost. Suppose if I keep it here, it is not alternate. Okay. So if I keep it here, then alternate will not be lost, will not be available. Okay. So to keep it alternate, only how many lattice point must be available? Any two face centers. Okay. So two face centers and eight corners. This are representing what? Corners. Okay. Now it is able to complete it. A forms primitive. What is this? A is square. That is A. Will be how many? 8 into 1 by 8. Okay. Now B. B is circles. Okay. And circles where they are there, only two face centers. Okay. So 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1. So the answer will be AB. What is answer? AB, not A to B3. Okay. So that word magic is very important. Alternate is something else, half of is something else. If the question is half of the face center, then we will take 6 by 2, 3. But here a word is used, alternate face centers. Is it understood? Noted? Okay, next. Next question is, P forms FCC lattice. FCC lattice. Q occupies all edge centers, and body center. Find empirical formula. Find empirical formula. So here question is in the twist of FCC. Okay. So FCC means all face centers as well as corners also you should count. Okay. For P, number of P will be 8 into 1 by 8 plus 6 into 1 by 2. This will be 4. What it will be? 4. P is equal to 4. Okay. Now let's take Q. All edge centers. Edge means 12 into 1 by 4. Okay. Plus body center 1 into 1. Here it is also 4. So question is about empirical formula. Okay. So empirical formula will be P4Q4. It is equal to PQ. What is answer? PQ is the answer. Okay. Okay. Next question is X occupies BCC lattice. X occupies BCC lattice. Y occupies all face centers. Z occupies all edge centers. Due to some defect, all element along threefold axis are lost. Then empirical formula of defective resultant crystal. All of you should be aware that threefold axis of symmetry passes through corners. Are you aware that? Any doubt into that? So threefold axis of symmetry will be passing through the corners. Okay, so should I erase this all threefold axis? Okay, see here, I will draw the diagram so that you can understand it nicely. So here, this is the corners. Now this is very essential for any unit cell to construct. Okay, so this is very essential for a unit cell to construct. Now X occupies BCC. So this is BCC. All circles will represent about X, and Y occupies all face centers. This is top face center, this is bottom face center. Okay, this is left, this is right, and this is front, and this is back. Okay, so these are the face centers. Understood? X, Y, I have written. Now Z occupies all edge centers. So this is edge centers. Okay. What is this? This is the edge centers. Like that, how many edge center will be there? There will be how many edge center? 12 edge centers. Now along one, question is what? Along one threefold axis. Okay. Now let me take this threefold axis. Okay. So this threefold axis, when it is traveling, see what is lost here? One body center and two corners are lost. What is lost here? One body center and two corners are lost. There is no loss to the others. Okay. So now tell me, this is Y and this is Z. Is the diagram clear? Now number of X is equal to 6. Only 6 are left over. Okay. 6 at corner. Okay. Body center is not there now. Body center is lost. Therefore, it will be 6 into 1 by 8. That will be 3 by 4. Okay. Number of X are how many? 3 by 4. How I got it? Is it understood? So due to the defect along one threefold axis passes through the corners. So because of that, one body center is also lost, two corners are also lost. Then number of Y where it is there? Face center. So 6 into 1 by 2, that is equal to 3. So Y is equal to 3. And Z occupies all edge centers. So 12 into 1 by 4, it is also 3. So Z also 3. Okay. Now I have to multiply everybody by 4. Then X3, Y12, Z12 and divide it by 3. So answer will be X1, Y4, Z4. So answer is X1, Y4, Z4 divided by 3 multiplied by 4. Is it understood? X1, Y4, Z4. All of you make this diagram very, very important. Without this diagram, then very difficult to understand. X1, Y4, Z4. Okay. Defective crystals we have studied. When some tricky words are used, that also we have studied. All these 5 questions are 5 different models, 5 different levels. With this question, I hope you will be able to solve all type of questions that are coming in the entrance examinations. Okay, noted.